This show's called Drewz Viewz. I'm doing Car Tuesday with Steven Universe, so check it out, okay? Now people love the verse, like, subscribe even. Now let's sit back and watch me watch it. Steven!
Hey, we got Drewz Viewz here, and I'm back for a little Car Tuesday, reacting to a cartoon on Tuesday with the verse, Steven Universe Season 4, getting near the end here. Today I'm going to react to episode 20 and 21. Last time on the verse, there was another Ronaldo episode, Ronaldo. He decided to, he's been building up steam throughout the whole series on with his conspiracy theories, how close they are to the actual what really is happening. Of course, what's really happening is the homeworld issues, the gems on Earth, everything like that. He decided he should be a crystal gem, but of course he was acting selfishly and everything like that, irritating Steven, which he then apologized for at the end. And that led into, the very end of that led into some more questions with Steven and his mom, because Ronaldo was asking, why don't you, Ronaldo called himself, I don't know, Blood Moon or something. I can't remember exactly. Bloodstone. Some gem name, but he was asking why Steven doesn't have a name like that for himself, which is an interesting question. Steven said it was because he's just his mom still, kind of, who's rose quartz, so it's kind of awkward situation, I guess. But he's still been brooding over this stuff for a while now. The next episode I was a little confused at. I even threw the word filler around in my recap, which I don't normally do, but I was more just trying to figure out what the purpose of the episode was. It was Tiger, it was another wrestling thing where Amethyst wants to quit. So Steven felt like he had to change his character to what people wanted, like Lars specifically was still into the wrestling. Became the Tiger philanthropist. Lars wasn't happy with that. Amethyst realized she shouldn't have quit without Steven's, without telling him, so they went for a final show or whatever. So that was the whole episode. And again, I wasn't really sure. I wasn't sure if the writers were trying to make some more meta points about, like, fans of the show or something. Maybe I'm way overthinking that, but it just seemed like kind of an odd thing to throw in at this point in the series. But anyway, with only 6 episodes left in Season 4, I'm expecting a little more ramp-up of the plot going again here. Seeing some homeworld-style action, seeing what the CGs have in store for me here, and with no further ado, I'm gonna watch episode 20. So interesting. It was an episode to mirror the first time we saw that tape. But just like Steven, we know a lot of things since that time. Like back then, it was exciting even for me to be like, oh, I think that was the first time we, as the viewer, saw Rose at all, like in a physical form, talking and everything. So that was exciting back then. But now it's like, what, this is just the same thing, no new information. That's kind of how Steven's feeling too, I guess. And he's really, looking obviously too hard into things, like trying to come up with the codes. And obviously Rose didn't mean for anything like that to be found. It's not really puzzle pieces. But at the same time, she did give up her life to form him. So it's something more than just having a normal kid, because what Greg's not saying there is, yeah, you don't know what it's like when you have a kid, but there's still 2 people theoretically, raise the child, or, that are responsible for it. One's not disappearing. I mean, that happens in real life, but not in this way where they literally can't exist anymore. So I am curious as to how, Greg keeps seeming to say he doesn't know anything or what Steven's higher purpose is, if he has one, but I'm kind of skeptical that Rose would tell him nothing about her plan, because, how did she convince him that to do this in the first place if he knew that she was going to disappear after that? Would he want to have a kid that badly? I mean, I suppose she might not have told him that birthing him would cause her to disappear, but we haven't seen that to be the case, that he, that's something he would be kind of angry with her, probably, I would think. Maybe he wouldn't tell Steven, of course, but, so we might not see that if he feels that way, but it's not the sense I'm getting. So I do want to know, I do want a flashback as to what went down with that, but In terms of the episode itself, yeah, again, not too much new information. I think that's kind of the point, though. I mean, this whole issue with his mom has been the driving force of season 4 here, so it makes somewhat sense to have this now. It's just seemingly a dead end. So not sure. I guess 4 episodes left of the season here. Where are we going now? Like I said, it is about, the season does seem to be about Steven's relationship with Rose and his feelings about it primarily. So I would think the finales will have something to do, the final episodes of the season will have something to do with that. We're going to learn something else, hopefully, about her. Maybe the diamonds will come back in, or one of them will, and to some extent. I guess since in the other episode, since Ruby escaped with the ship, maybe that's how the bigger players on Homeworld will somehow get back involved. Also, I don't know, is she going to go round up her compatriots floating around or what? But or will she go right back to Yellow Diamond, and maybe that's what'll happen. They'll formulate a plan to get them on Earth now that they've infiltrated a little bit. Well, I don't know, but I'm pumped up for it, and you should be too. If you like these, you should subscribe to Drewz Viewz here, the channel, and join me back next time for episode 22 and 23 of The Verse Season 4. Do feel free to leave me some comments. Pretty light commenting going on, I'll have to admit, on the past few episodes. Maybe not as much for people to talk about, but yeah, still like reading your comments, so leave those if you get a chance. And yeah, join me back next time, like I said. But until then, I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah, this'll be great. I just know it.